Good afternoon, and welcome to the Heroes Encore Hearts and Harmony Gala, presented by Women Life. I'm Sydney Bath, and I'm honored to serve as your MC today. Today is a graduation and a benefit, but it's more than that. It's a reflection of what you, our community, have made possible. Before we begin, I'd love to recognize the extraordinary room gathered here this afternoon. We're joined by veterans, first responders, active duty, military, families, community leaders, partners, and supporters who understand that purpose does not end, it evolves. And for those joining us online this afternoon, we're honored to have you here as well. This gathering is strengthened by our steadfast sponsors who chose to support the event and set the stage for success. We are honored to have as our presenting sponsor, Women Life. They believed in Heroes Encore early on and backed that belief with action. Their partnership has been steady, generous, and deeply valued. We also recognize our executive event partners, Corbin Toyota, Bellevue University, and Military and Veteran Services Center, Omaha Performing Arts, and Parks and Knowles, who stepped up their support to this so that this day could happen and removed financial barriers for our heroes. And now, the reason we're here. Today, we celebrate the heroes who committed to the 9-month path from here to performer. They came here to develop skills, to embrace discipline, and to step forward in our community. They found their encore. And what you will witness this afternoon is the result of that commitment and your support. Please note that you'll see QR codes on your table and throughout the hall. One gives you access to the digital program, and one is for those of you who wish to extend this impact into our 2026 cohorts. Please silence your phones, and when you feel inspired, applause is not only welcome, it's encouraged. At this time, please stand for the national anthem. The national anthem will be performed by retired Bellevue Public Schools educator, Heroes Encore board member, and lead vocal coach, Nancy Bennemeyer. Accompanying Nancy is a retired United States Army Colonel, board member, and program operations director, James Cole.
Hi everybody, Pam Shane here. I just wanted to wish all the graduates of Heroes Encore a big congrats tonight on their graduation gala. Songwriting for me has been my therapy, and I'm so happy that you guys have been writing songs and telling your stories through music. It really is a wonderful program. Taylor, you are amazing, and so proud of you too. Have the best evening. It's been an absolute privilege to be a part of the program, and we'd love to take part in it. So, lots of love from me.
Hey, this is Matt Bailey, Music Therapy Retreats, and this is a message for the graduating cohort of Heroes Encore. Congratulations to you all. I thoroughly enjoyed the meeting and spending a little bit of time with you on Zoom. I really hope you get a chance to meet in person. Congratulations. Keep up the great work. Express yourself. And keep using the music. You guys are wonderful. Thank you very much.
That was our year. And if you don't know Pam Shane, she's best known for writing, what was that song? Genie in a Bottle? Yeah. One of her just amazing workshops that was held. So a year goes by so quickly, and this past year has been filled with exciting moments, challenging objectives, fragile conversations, and moments of doubt, and moments when quitting would have been easier. But the reason we are standing here today is simple. Individually, we are courageous. Unified, we are unstoppable. Many of you were here in September when we celebrated the completion of stage 1. Our heroes were just learning guitar. And then we did the unthinkable. We asked them to step into public and play. It wasn't perfect, it wasn't polished, but it was brave. They walked into the stage as students, but they walked off performers, standing a little taller than when they walked in, saying, I can't believe I just did that. That was terrifying, but fun. Then came songwriting and vocal lessons. Immediately, we were met with, I could never write a song. I don't even know why I'm here. I'm not creative. I hate the sound of my voice. I'm tough enough. And then the music came. Collaborations formed, rehearsals became routine, recurring performances like First Friday took shape, and confidence grew. The Peer to Performer program is a 9-month commitment structured in 3 stages: instruction, songwriting, and performance readiness. Upon completion of these stages, each hero is awarded their own guitar bundle and performance equipment, tools they will carry far beyond the stage. You may have noticed our display table and equipment out in the VIP area. That is the bundle that is awarded to each graduate. That equipment represents approximately $1,250 investment per participant. When you factor in lessons, rehearsal space, operations, mentorship, and the various other elements, that total investment approaches $5,000 per hero. Much of that value is strengthened through in-kind partnerships from organizations like Gala University, Omaha Performing Arts, and through the immeasurable support of instructors, volunteers, sponsors, and donors. Heroes Encore will require that same commitment in 2026. Our goal this year is to serve 40 heroes across 2 cohorts of 20 each, and we invite you to be part of that community that makes that possible. Today you're going to hear 3 impact stories. Each one represents what this year has meant and what was made possible through the combined commitment of our sponsors, donors, partners, and volunteers. It is my privilege to introduce our first hero. With her permission, Sydney will be sharing her impact story. So please join me in welcoming all of you guys. One of my favorite up-and-coming songwriters and musicians, United States Air Force Coder, Vicki Dishman. Vicki Dishman is a United States Air Force veteran who found Heroes Encore at a moment when life felt overwhelming and difficult to navigate. Like many who spent years serving others, Vicki was carrying more than she realized and searching for something that could help her gain footing and direction. Through Heroes Encore, Vicki was introduced to music as a structured, creative discipline. She learned a new skill, developed practical ways to manage stress, and just as importantly, found a community that showed up with consistency and without judgment. This past year brought significant challenges for Vicki and her family. What made the difference, she says, was having a constructive outlet and a peer-based environment that allowed her to keep moving forward. Heroes Encore became a place where growth was possible, not because things were easy, but because she wasn't facing them alone. For Vicki, the program wasn't about fixing something that was broken. It was about gaining tools, confidence, and connection, resources that she continues to build on today. She often credits the supporters of Heroes Encore for making that access possible. Their investment didn't just fund a program, it created an opportunity for stability, growth, and continued forward momentum. Now performing her original song, Serpentine, Vicki Dishman.
I want to thank you all for coming out today. This is going to be an original song, Accompany Me, right on the manual.
That's cool.
That's why I always ask our heroes when they come in to never judge what lies ahead. We take it one day at a time because what we're capable of doing is far more than we ever give ourselves credit for. Therefore, our next story comes from the perspective of the peer support. Please welcome Brian Carroll. Brian served for 16 years with Nebraska Army National Guard and is an instructor with Heroes Encore, and he's here to read his impact story. I thought he was here. What you do, Brian? You seen a guy about 8 days? Did he leave? Wow. The stress really got to him. Okay, well, we're going to pause. Anyways, somebody go get my fish fry. I'll just read his impact story for him. The show must go on. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brian Carroll. And I am a peer instructor for Heroes Encore. I'm trying, Brian. Being here today in such an amazing venue feels truly sublime. He really wrote this, I'm reading it verbatim. Standing on this stage, I imagine this must be what it feels like to make it to Carnegie Hall. I've had a very long journey to get to where I am standing today. Did you want to do this? Also, I can do the same, all right? You can ask her what her stand
Good evening. My name is Brian Carroll. I'm a peer instructor for Heroes Encore. Being here today at such an amazing venue truly feels sublime. Standing on the stage, I imagine this is what it feels like to make Carnegie Hall. I definitely dress for the occasion. I've had a very long journey to get where I'm standing at tonight. I left the Nebraska Army National Guard in 2018 after 16 years of service and 2 deployments to Iraq. Unfortunately, by the end of my career, PTSD had taken over my life, and I was heavily self-medicating with alcohol. That combination caused me to lose almost everything I had known for nearly 2 decades. I wasn't the only one suffering. My wife and daughters endured my worst. They watched me bounce in and out of treatment, carrying the weight of many broken promises. They watched me get committed after I tried to end my life on more than one occasion. And they watched me go to jail because of my choices. It was a long and terrible ride on a merry-go-round of desperation and disappointment. By some miracle, I finally hit the right rock bottom. I became the first participant in Veterans Treatment Court when it launched in Sarpy County. That marked the beginning of a slow climb out of the darkness I had cast myself into. I worked hard to complete that program successfully. Part of that completion required giving back through community service. At the time, I was already volunteering at the VA Community Living Center in Midlands Hospital, but I knew I needed something more. I reached out to Jim Hoyt about the possibility of becoming an instructor, unaware that I was reaching out at the same time Heroes Encore was being built. I soon immersed myself in this program with everything I had to offer. What I didn't know then was that this program was exactly what I needed at the right time. Through Heroes Encore, I've developed incredible bonds and friendships. I'm surrounded by peers who make me want to do better and be better. I'm doing things I once only dreamed about when I was strumming my guitar alone in my basement. After years of struggle and nearly losing everything, I finally have something to be proud of again. I have an identity again. I can succeed. I'm a husband again. I'm a father again. I have an amazing community that keeps me engaged, and I'm able to give back to others who are struggling. I'm excited to watch this program grow and grow alongside of it. I know none of this would be possible without the generosity of our community. I've always struggled to express my feelings, so it feels fitting to put our gratitude into a song. I'm not a songwriter by nature, but the class we created gave me the confidence to write lyrics. I watched every single person in that room work hard and give their best effort. I think we surprise ourselves with what we're able to create. What came out of those group sessions was beyond anything we imagined. This truly is the embodiment of peer to performer. I'm proud to be performing another original Vicky. reflecting our gratitude to our donors and our sponsors.
Love you, Brian.
That's my brother.
And joining us again, of course, Vicki, our creative genius. To her right is Billy, her guitar instructor. And then on the end, another graduate, Ian on bass, and then me on.
One, two, three, four.
Thank you, Brian, for sharing your testimony. This experience and this graduation are made possible by our presenting sponsor, Woodman Life. Sharing their collaborative partnership vision, please welcome to the stage Sean Winston.
Now I feel like I'm the luckiest person on. Isn't it wonderful to be here? Thank you all for being here today. It's an honor to join you, graduates, graduating cohort, for the Hearts and Harmony Gala and to represent Woodman Life as the presenting sponsor. We are grateful to be part of the celebration of courage, creativity, and community. At Woodman Life, we have always believed in standing beside the people who strengthen our communities. Heroes Encore's mission of helping veterans, first responders, and transitioning service members rebuild confidence, rediscover identity, and reconnect with others through the power of music and creative expression speaks deeply to who we are as an organization. This event is especially meaningful because it marks Heroes Encore's first anniversary and the culmination of a 9-month journey for the heroes you have seen and will continue to see on stage. They have spent months learning, writing, and growing. Today is the moment they get to share their stories in their own voices. Supporting this work feels natural for Women Life, because serving veterans and first responders has been part of our history for generations. We have presented millions of American flags across the entire country. We offer financial benefits to the families of first responders who lose their lives in the line of duty. These commitments reflect our deep respect for those who protect us, and Heroes Encore reflects those same values. Through our partnership, we hope even more veterans and first responders will experience the healing and empowerment this program offers. When a hero steps onto a stage and performs their own original music, they are sharing something powerful with all of us. Their stories bring people together and remind us of the courage behind every uniform. Music and creative expression matter because they help people feel seen and understood. They create space for healing and connection in ways that words alone sometimes cannot. This program helps participants rebuild relationships, regain confidence, and reconnect to the community. As we celebrate the heroes performing today, I encourage each of you to consider how you can support Heroes Encore in the future. Their work is needed. What is happening is amazing. The mission is growing. And with your help, this can be continued. And they can continue to change lives in meaningful ways. Thank you again for being here and for supporting these incredible heroes. I am proud to be a veteran's child. It is meaningful for each of you to be here. And with all of this, I just want to say congratulations, graduates.
Thank you, Sean. Because of the partnership and leadership of Women Life, we are able to recognize this moment today. We're honored to officially graduate the first cohort of the Heroes Encore Peer to Performer program. As I read your name, please come forward to receive your certificate. And could you please come to the stage? Anna Ash, United States Coast Guard, First Responder, EMT, and Firefighter. Norman Cervantes, United States Navy. Vicki Dishman, United States Air Force. Kevin Dunn, United States Navy. Jake Gouger, United States Marine Corps. Stan Matlock, United States Army. Marty Pavlokovich, United States Air Force. And Eric Schultz, United States Air Force.
behalf of Heroes Encore, this is your cue. It's an honor to recognize and thank our 2026 Hearts in Harmony presenting sponsor, Women Life, for their leadership, their sustained partnership, and their commitment to fueling action, activating community, and advancing meaningful change for our heroes.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Andy Casano. I'm the Vice President of Programming and Education at Omaha Performing Arts. And on behalf of everyone here at Omaha Performing Arts, we want to welcome you to being here tonight and thank you for coming here. As I've been working with Taylor for the past couple of years to help do what we can to bring this program to fruition, it's only fitting that to us, we look at this program as being in our home. It's something that we believe in very strongly. We believe in the power of performing arts, otherwise we wouldn't be doing this. But we've seen what the power of performing arts can do to transform lives. And no more should be truthful than the lives that we hope to transform through the people that we're working with at Heroes Encore. I encourage you to come to visit us on April the 11th, when programs from Heroes Encore will debut in the Nebraska Center for Arts Engagement as some of the inaugural programs when we open this brand new building next door to us. We feel that it is an absolute imperative that we, the largest arts organization in the state, do what we can to position the power of the performing arts and the power of the resources that we have here to help provide healthy, welcoming communities that we can live and all thrive in together. We want to make sure that not only these programs are happening and that they're thriving, but that the people also have a chance to be recognized as well. And so I also encourage you to come to our first Jazz on the Green concert on July the 10th, where not only will we be featuring our third year welcoming back the U.S. Air Force Heartland Band of America, but opening for this group will be members of these fantastic programs at Heroes Encore. These programs don't happen, though, without all of your help. So continue to spread the word about what's going on here, because even in the day of social media, there is no more powerful words of encouragement than those that come from you. Thank you for being here tonight. I encourage you to come back, not only be a part of Heroes Encore, but be a part of our family as well, too. Thank you, and have a great afternoon.
Thank you, Women Life, for your leadership and partnership, and congratulations again to the 2025 graduating heroes. If you feel moved today, you'll see QR codes throughout the room. The Play It Forward campaign supports the 2026 cohorts, and your participation helps expand this opportunity to 40 heroes. And now we return to the reason that support matters. There's one more story that deserves to be heard. Please welcome Kevin Dunn. As Kevin takes the stage, I will share his story. Kevin Dunn is a retired United States Army First Sergeant with 23 years of active duty service and an additional 15 years of civil service. Service has always been central to who he is. Before joining Heroes Encore, Kevin described as a husband and father, and through more than 40 years as a sports official across multiple disciplines. He stayed active, connected, and engaged, but music was still an unfamiliar territory. That changed during his time at Heroes Encore. Kevin credits a pivotal shift to working with bass guitar instructor David Mike. With structured instruction and peer support, music moved from something he admired to something he could understand. For the first time, Kevin learned to read chords and make sense of music in a practical and accessible way. What surprised him most came next. Kevin never believed he could write a song or even a poem until a tragic event in his life compelled him to put words to what he was carrying. Through Heroes Encore, he found structure and space to do exactly that. For Kevin, the program wasn't about becoming a musician. It was about gaining a new language for expression, his processing, and forward movement when he didn't know it was possible before stepping into this community. Before we move into Kevin's performance, he asked that we recognize the collaboration that took place with his instructor, David. The lyrics you're about to hear were written to honor a loss that profoundly changed Kevin. The melody comes from his instructor, David, a melody deeply personal to a recent loss of his own. Two different experiences, but one shared understanding. And here to perform Kevin's song, Goodbye Is Not Goodbye, are Kevin Dunn and his instructor, Mike David, and the lyrics spoken by Jen Moore.
First of all, I would like to thank Jesus Christ. My Lord and Savior, and the giver of gifts. The gift of music is a gift given from God, and we can experience all of that today. Even if you're on a play, you can listen to and enjoy music. I'd also like to thank my lovely wife, Heidi, for 45 years. She wasn't able to make it because 2 days after our first graduation, our son passed. He was so proud of me, and our last photo together was in his venue. So, never say never. I'd like to thank Heroes Encore, staff, sponsors, for giving me a platform for my song, for our opportunity to share it with all of you. Never say goodbye. First of all, I didn't want to write. Taylor said all the words I said I wanted to play my bass guitar. But you never know what happens when things happen in your life. And so I think this as a positive event in my life with the loss of my son. And I'd like to introduce the person that his son is here. He probably loves him just a little bit more than I do. David, Mike.
My wife Gala was terminally ill toward the last days of 2024. I was playing the chord progression on my guitar. And she said, "That's beautiful, Dave." So after a few tries to compose the music for Kevin's song, I remember those chords and I thought they fit beautifully for the introduction and the first part of each verse of Kevin's song. But thankfully Kevin loved it, and we'll hear in a minute played on this, Gala's favorite guitar. The song is a memorial to Kevin's and my separate losses, but also to our shared grief and hope. Turn that little knob to make it work.
These two are trying to break me here.
I forgot to give you that part of the lesson.
Each day when I wake in a beautiful sky. He blesses with your presence, blessings each day by and by. Time is so eternal. Oh, how time does fly. But for each person has a limit. We know not when, where, or why. Goodbye is not goodbye. The feelings are so real. No, goodbye is not goodbye. Only time will truly heal. Your laugh and smile would brighten the entire room. Who would ever think that it would end so soon? The memories of you move through our minds so clear. Your presence and everlasting love and light our lives so dear. Oh, goodbye is not goodbye. The feelings are so real. Goodbye is not goodbye. It's only time will truly heal. There'll be a day in our future. That day is oh so near that the good book teaches us surely will reappear. Until that promised day arrives, we surely will wish you so. Our Creator keeps His promises. This reality, His promise, we know. Goodbye is not goodbye. The feelings are still real. Goodbye is not goodbye. Only time will truly heal. Goodbye is not goodbye. All the feelings are so real. No, goodbye is not goodbye. Only time will truly heal.
It was a very touching moment, a very important one. It's been a very challenging one for Kevin and his family. This room will always be very special because of that photo that was taken. I just truly thank Kevin for sharing that moment with all of you so that you could really see the power of music. Okay. We're deeply grateful to Vicki and Brian and Kevin for allowing us to have a glimpse at how their journeys have evolved with Heroes Encore. They did that because they believe this program matters and because they want other heroes to have access to the same structure, understanding, and space that they were given. Right now, we're looking ahead to 2026. We just started our second cohort. I just want to take a moment and ask those heroes that are in the room today, if you're with the 2026 cohort, if you could go ahead and stand up and be recognized. These guys are crazy. Let's take a look at our cohort, our 2026 cohort. Stand up. All right, we're gonna be tested again. Well, okay. You can keep trying if you want. See, I did not shut, you can try, shut. Alright. So as you see, our first cohort of heroes has already begun, and many have completed their third lesson. Our next cohort is projected for May. As I stated earlier, our goal is to graduate 40 heroes in 2026. That's a lofty goal, given the number of volunteers that we have in the space and the resources. But that's where your decision to support this work will carry our heroes from peer to performer in 2026. Because what you witnessed today was not a performance put on for you. It was made possible by you. Every lesson, every rehearsal, every guitar in our hands, your support built this. So if this work resonates with you, our invitation is sustainability. Become a monthly supporter. pledged to sponsor a hero for the whole Peer to Performer program. Use your network. Like, follow, share, comment on social media. And as Andy said, word of mouth. You can visit our Play It Forward campaign on your table. And before you leave, you can stop by or make a pledge table on your way out. Because moments like this should not be rare. They should be repeated again and again. We have a second cohort already waiting. So today I just want to say thank you for your time and attention. Thank you for sharing your Valentine's Day with us and joining us here at the Hearts of Harmony Annual Gala. I'm not playing the next one though. And thank you truly for supporting us through our founding year and for the years ahead. I think that's it.
On behalf of Heroes Encore, thank you for being here and for being part of this community. And this concludes the Hearts and Harmony Gala.